What does the saber you use say about you? Well, that's what this video is all about. Most of it is a joke, but everything I say about the whip is absolutely true, and much offence is intended. So sit back, relax, don't take it too seriously, and hopefully you find it mildly amusing. So if you use one of the 4 Cosmetic Sabers, you are one of 3 people. You're either a complete noob who just hasn't saved up for a better one yet, there's no shame in this, we've all been there, but don't be giving it the yapper in chat. Actual good players have 100 times the amount of kills you do, so keep your head down and practice. You could also be a role player who cosplays as someone from the Star Wars universe. Again, no shame in that, but it is very funny when you act like you're unbeatable just because you're dressed as Darth Vader. The outfit doesn't make you any better, I'm sorry to tell you that. And finally, you may well be the wannabe tryhard. These people are actually mildly irritating because they're decent at the game, but they insist on using a default or Cosmetic Saber because they've worked it into their head that it has some sort of special hitbox which gives a secret buff and everyone else is missing out, when in reality, they're just a bit stupid. It blatantly says cosmetic, there's no buff, you kill people because you're decent at the game, but you would be a whole lot better if you would just use a decent saber. Right, if you are an avid backhand user, then I just don't really understand you. Well, I do, but I don't understand why you do what you do. The only reason why somebody would buy the single backhand is that you got fed up with saving up your points. So you just bought the only thing you can afford that's not purely cosmetic. If you use this, it just tells me that you're a really impatient player. You're probably going to backstab me if we form an alliance, and you are going to leave as soon as you get beaten. Of course, not every user is like this, but a lot of them sure are. If you're a Crossguard user, you should be feared. You clearly know what you're doing, as you've gone for a performance saber rather than one that looks flashy. Yes, you're probably a sweat, and yes, you probably haven't been outside since summer, but I'm not here to judge. Well, maybe I am, but we're just going to roll with it. The Crossguard user can commonly be seen attacking noobs for no good reason, but it's fine because they've got like 20,000 kills, so who's going to stop them? Not me. I'm not going to stop them, I'm too rubbish for that. If this is your go-to weapon, then what are you doing? Nunchucks are objectively garbage. So if you're going to use them, the only thing that you are telling me is that you don't understand the game. That's fine, not everybody has to be a complete sweat who doesn't know the feel of a fresh autumn breeze. So it's fine to just do you, but how about you do you, but with a different saber? Because at this point, it's just sad to see people using nunchucks. Because you know that they have spent all their points on it when the saber got released, then got sad when it got nerfed and never let it go. So just give up, you would be better off with the default saber. The Black Saber user represents the average gamer in all of us. They aren't weak, they aren't massively OP. They aren't overly aggressive, but they will attack if provoked. A generally acceptable breed of Saber Showdown player. You will only rarely see a Black Saber user being toxic. Maybe that's because they're not good enough to be toxic, I don't know, but whatever the reason is, they are usually quite friendly. There seems to be a glitch in some of them, which means they only do jump attacks, which I think is slightly odd, but as I say, who am I to judge? You do you. Now, as we are approximately halfway through this video, I'm going to quickly and shamelessly self-promote everything I have. If you don't like it, just turn your ears off for a few seconds, I don't know, or just get over it. Please do like the video, it helps me out more than you possibly realise. Also subscribe if you want to see my future videos. I upload 2 long form videos a week and at least 2 shorts, so you're really not going to want to miss them. Well, maybe you do want to miss them, but subscribe anyway, because I've asked really quite nicely. Finally, join my clan. It's a good clan, and if I see you in server, you will get extra credit if you're in it. Therefore, you should join. I don't know why that means you should join, but you should. Now, anyway, let's get back to the video. The Boomerang user is an ethically questionable individual. Deep down, they want to be a scummy whip user, but they have too much pride to be seen handling such a piece of trash. Deep down, they are scared to fight. And I don't know why, because the Boomerang is a decent weapon, so they shouldn't be. The only place that the Boomerang user truly thrives is when they are getting jumped by teamers. I don't know why, but that thing just melts people when they're standing in a crowd, and anything that beats teamers is generally alright with me. But if they do ever lay hands on the whip, then they instantly lose all respect from me and everybody else. If you are a user of any dual saber, forehand or backhand, you are most likely certifiably cool. On the whole, these players tend to keep to themselves, taking enjoyment from breaking up teamers, humbling toxic players, and generally being pretty cool. This is of course completely unbiased. The fact that I myself use dual saber is purely coincidental. But another thing is that these players tend to be the funniest in the server. They have the best avatar, and definitely the most handsome in real life, and muscular as well. Again, all of this is coincidental. I don't make the rules, I just follow them and occasionally make videos. Honestly, I think the spear user is extinct at this point. They used to be everywhere, just poking you with their long sabers on a stick and generally making themselves a nuisance, but now there are so many more ranged weapons for them to use that they've all migrated away from their roots. Either that or it's because it got a fat nerf. I don't know. Anyway, on a rare occasion that you do see a spear user, they're normally backed into a corner or being chased by a crowd of feral noobs, and that's what makes me believe that maybe all the spear users have been hunted into extinction. Right, okay, if you are intellectually challenged, you might be a whip user. I can perfectly sum up whip users by saying that they want to be good at the game, but they're just not. This desire for something so out of their reach has caused them to resort to cowardly tactics, which involves running away from every fight, but still attacking because they've got some stupid noodle-looking weapon, which allows them to attack people from the other side of the map. It's really quite incredible that anyone can defend themselves when using this saber, because the people who use it are just lowlives. And if you use it, comment below so everyone can like point and laugh at you and things like that. And you deserve it, so you can't even complain. It appears that Tonfa has a small but vocal support group who aren't afraid to just berate you if you insult it. A mistake I made in this video here. I said it looked stupid, and it is stupid and rubbish, and I got absolutely slated. So I reckon there's 3 people in the world who use it, and they've all commented on that video. So to sum it up, Tonfa users, well, they're scary, and I made a mistake in insulting them once. And I'll do it again, haha! The Tonfa smells and you can't persuade me otherwise. Bring it on, comments, do your worst. I'm not afraid of your stupid looking Tonfa. Right, there's not much to say about the scythe, other than that it's stupidly big, so people who use it must be compensating for something. I'm led to believe that the hitbox is rubbish, not that I would know because I'm stupid and I don't understand that kind of thing, but all I do know is that people who use it are often very angry individuals. Maybe it's because they've spent all their money on such a trash weapon, I don't know, but some of the funniest times in a game is when scythe users are giving it the yap in chat and then they just get humbled by somebody with like 500 kills who is using the group saber, the sword or whatever it's called. Crazy how quickly they just go quiet. Honestly, I haven't really got anything bad to say about staff users. They tend to be good at the game, but they're rarely toxic. They do have a slight tendency to form dictatorships in game, but you can't really hold that against them. They've just done a bit of an oopsie. Everyone does it, it's fine. You can usually rely on staff users not to backstab you if you form an alliance. So on the whole, they are just ordinary, decent players who will get no hate from me. And finally, if you are a dual staff user, I'm convinced you only do it because it's the most expensive, therefore in your mind it's the best. It's not even close to being the best. A lot of people who use it have bought it with Robux, trying to pay to win, but have wasted their money. I'm not trying to be rude, but you must have been a bit disappointed when you spent like 1,000 or however much it costs Robux, and it didn't make you the best in the server, because literally none of the top players in the world use this, because the stamina drain goes crazy, even when you're fighting against default blades. Yes, you will get the odd kill here or there, but you'd hope so for like 60,000 credits, and you would be better off just using the single staff or regular duels, especially because it's just so much cheaper. I believe the correct saying would be more money than sense to describe these people. Right, that is what the saber you use says about you. If you were severely offended by this, please do let me know in the comments, because it'll make me laugh, so I would appreciate that. If you enjoyed this style of video where I just talk and roast random things and maybe make you chuckle a little bit, you will definitely enjoy this video here about the things I hate most. I do hope you found this video entertaining entertaining, and so all that is left to say is bon voyage, my old cream crackers.